Hi everyone, this is Ron. This video is gonna be about trying to figure out if you want to be, a cardiac sonographer or vascular sonographer, whatever the kind of sonographer. In fact, I mean the process is still the same for even X-ray tech, CT tech, on all of these other techs, But yeah, since I'm a cardiac sonographer, I'll stick to sonography, but all other things will take the same process. Once you get in the school, yes, it's different because your skill set is completely different, but before getting in the school process is still the same. So this video is, yeah, like I said, it's about, it's gonna help someone who's trying to figure out, hey, should I pursue sonography? Should I get into this field? Should I put my time, commitment, effort, I mean, schools do cost money too. So yeah, all the money as well, all of this to pursue this. Okay, so this is for someone like that. You can. So that is what I truly intend to do in this video. Please like and subscribe my channel because if you're in that position, then I truly think I'm gonna also release a video book pretty soon, which tells you everything from getting into the school to ending up as a travel cardiac sonographer or sonographer, which is where you'll do extremely well financially, and hopefully get to the stage of financial freedom, and then yeah, from there do a lot more better and build wealth from there. That is what I truly intend to do. It's like telling someone the end of the movie before starting the movie, but for me it's always been that way. You need to know what you want, that way when there are hard phases you can sustain those hard phases, because okay, this thing does financially very well. I can pay off all the loans and everything I have till now. I can do, save enough. I can invest in real estate, because you'll have a high income. You can probably invest in real estate and stocks, and that's how you'll become financially free, because you'll have cash flow coming in from those things. So now you don't have to go for 8 to 5, but if you truly want to, you're making good money as a cardiac cardiac sonographer, so you can invest in more properties, and you'll build really good amount of wealth. But once you become financially free, you don't have to do all those things. So anyways, so feel free to subscribe to my channel, because I'll definitely, like you see my name, like you see my number and email. As soon as I come out with my book, it's gonna have my a video book information, and it's gonna be just like this video. This video is 10 minutes. That book is gonna be probably 2 hours. I don't think it's gonna be more than 2 hours, but even if it is, just to you're getting all that information in such a short period of time, rather than reading a boring fucking book. So yeah, make sure you subscribe. That way when that book comes out, you are truly informed, and every step of the way to get to that point is described in that book. And anyway you get stuck, because this book and everything I do, it's all about saving time, because I really think time is the most precious resource you have, in general in life, but also especially since you're trying to become a sonographer. And that was the whole point of even doing the first video on this channel. That I was really pissed that I spent a lot more time on Registry than I had to, and that was the reason I made that first SPI video. And that is what I truly want to do. I want to save your time, because your time is expensive as a travel cardiac sonographer. Now this is 2024, it might be more down the road, but 2024 you are worth at least $800 after taxes right now. Okay, one day is worth that much, and that's why I get really pissed when my mentees, they don't do well in the registries, because after they fail, they call me, or they tell me, hey, I didn't do well, what to do. I'm like, well, where the fuck were you at when first time when you were attempting it? Because now you're gonna have to wait for 2 months, and your one day is worth $800, to be honest. So that's why I try my best to that's my whole intention, for you to not waste your time at all, and be very effective with your time. So that book is truly going to help you in every stage to finally end up as a travel sonographer, and hopefully do a lot better financially after that, by you being smart financially. But at any stage you get stuck, even before deciding you are stuck in your thinking process, you can always contact me. We can always do one-on-one session. I can always do that session with you, and consult you on what would be the best thing for you in that point, at that point of time, so that you don't end up wasting your time. So anyways, so yeah, feel free to like and subscribe. And this video is truly going to help someone who is, either really young and just trying to figure right out of high school, or hopefully you're someone right out of high school, because I would have been really happy if I ran into a video like this, if I was at that point of my life. Because when I went to ultrasound school, I was like 26, and when I did my clinicals, there was this guy who was 18 years old, and I was doing clinicals under him, and I was so mad because I did a whole freaking bachelor's, and yeah, then most people, they just go to do college, they just get into college without knowing whatever the fuck they want to do. I mean, if you're someone who wants to do biology to get into med school, if you're someone who wants to do engineering or nursing, yes, steady careers like that, then please go to college. I'm not saying you should not, but if you're just someone, oh, I just need to go to college because I don't know whatever the fuck I'm gonna do, this would be a great video for you, because you really need to do something that's going to be worth it, after you get done. Because most of the time, like myself, I got done with 4 years of college, I mean, it was just a simple biology degree, which in itself is worth nothing. Or yeah, psychology, biology, all of these degrees are worth nothing. That you can just wipe your ass with it, at the end of the day. But if you have a career like this one, as a cardiac sonographer, as just sonographer, CT, Xray, all of these other techs, probably more education than that, then that is a steady career, and that is what would give you really good financial returns, because you spent a lot of money in schooling, you spent a lot of time and energy in doing things, and you want a good return out of this. So it's going to help someone young like that, or someone like me who was doing all kinds of odd jobs, and I really felt like, what, I need to find a good career which can make me good money, because I mean, I was just making minimum wage, or something worse than that. So yeah, so this is going to help either one of these two category of people. So if you're in one of those, don't feel bad. Make sure you thoroughly listen to this video, and hopefully it will help you decide in whatever if you want to pursue this career. And I'm also open towards, that's why I always I don't push you just for cardiac sonography, because I truly think X-ray, CT, nuclear med, all these others are pretty similar, and I honestly think they have many advantages as compared to us. The only disadvantage I ever bring about my field is about it will strain your body if you don't take care of yourself. If you're not smart, don't use the right ergonomics, which is positioning of your body, it can strain your body up. But some of these others are way better at that. Even anesthesiology assistant, which I ran into recently, I was shocked. I didn't even know about that field. I mean, if I knew about it, I would have never done. I would have not done what I'm doing right now. Even though I'm glad that what I'm doing makes good money, but anesthesiology assistant, they make double than us. They really make. I mean, my last video, if you see, I mentioned that travel cardiac sonographers, they make about $200,000 a year. That's with taxes. After taxes, it comes down. That's what I mentioned in that video, after taxes rate. But with taxes, it comes up to be at least $300,000. Okay. And these, I mean, anesthesiology assistants, they make double than travel anesthesiology assistants. They make double than cardiac sonographers, travel cardiac sonographers. So I mean, that was my main motivation when I went into this. So I mean, if I knew about them, I would have definitely went after it. And CTs are all the other techs, the travel wise, it's the same rate. CT, X-ray, MRI, all of these travel techs, it's almost the same rate. But in the travel world, the highest demand, if anything ever has, it's CT. CT has 5 times more demand than any other techs, especially cardiac sonographers. That doesn't mean that cardiac sonographer doesn't have any demand. It has a huge demand. And I mean, medical in general, whatever you are, even if you're a freaking medical coder, which is, I think, an awesome job, probably doesn't pay as good as travel. But if you're a full-time cardiac sonographer, medical coder makes pretty similar to you, just by sitting on a freaking couch all day long, because it's remote most of the time. So yeah, if you're that's why I'm saying all of these things, even though I'm I like cardiac sonography, but I'm being completely honest with you, and that's why I never push anyone just for one thing. But I'm opening up everything for you, that way you can pick whichever one you like, because this is the point where you're trying to make a decision. This is a video for someone who is trying to decide, hey, is this career worth pursuing. If you're someone in school, or if you're someone who's just got done with school, yeah, this is not a video for you, unless you're someone who's just just hating what you're doing. I really like echoes, even after 8 years at this point. If I do this cardiac sonography, which is we do echoes, with the first image I see, I find so much pleasure in just looking at that image, because I've had so many worse jobs before this. I would never say for any jobs anything like this. So yes, yeah. So this is a broad overview of everything that I've given you, but as a cardiac sonographer, at least the things that are there are, the field is high in demand. Okay, anything in medicine in general is that way, but as a cardiac sonographer, if once you get to the school, you won't have a hard time. If your school, I mean, if you're, I was gonna say, if you're a good scanner, you'll get a job. But there's so much demand that even if you're, you just come out of school and you're, a decent scanner or person, there's no problem in getting a full-time job. And like I said, I mean, money's clearly there. I'm putting all the numbers from my video number 1. I've been putting all the numbers. Yes. Full-time jobs, the numbers are pretty low, but as soon as you get to travel, the numbers are impressive. And that is where I try to get all my mentees or anyone who's watching this video there at that position, and hopefully getting financially free after that, so that you don't have to keep working every day unless you like it. And if you like it, that's great. You'll be building a lot bigger portfolio, and you'll be so rich you might you probably wouldn't know what to do with all that money. So anyways, so all I truly want you to know, since you are trying to decide if you want to pursue this or not, because there's a lot of time commitment, money commitment, all of this involved. Yes, this field is very steady. Okay, there's been a solid demand, and no one would pay. Travel is paying 3 times more. That means the field is in demand. No one would pay 3 times more if there's no demand in a field. Like, think about IT. I think my wife is in IT, and the IT companies are hiring people from other countries for cheap. So I mean, the pay is good, but I mean, the demand is not there. So what good is a high pay in that? You always have to think about, oh, tomorrow I might lose my position or whatever, right? So that's why the demand is high, the money is high. So those two are solid things. And whatever else you look, please make sure you look at those things first, because you're putting a lot of money and effort into things. But those two, you don't even have to think about it, though they are there in a very solid manner. Now, once you to decide what will also help you, since I've taken out a lot of clouds in your mind about this field in general, by all the information I've shared so far, best thing I would say is go and shadow someone. Go and make sure you just try to just go to a nearby hospital and go into radiology department. Try to meet a sonographer, cardiac sonographer, vascular sonographer. First, YouTube it. I think if I was you, I would YouTube it first. Even though I didn't do it this way, I'm just one of those people. I just randomly show up somewhere and just that's how I even got my first job. I just literally went to. I mean, most people would go online and they'll apply to jobs, and they'll apply to 100 jobs. They won't even get a single one. I literally showed up at 10, 20, 30 hospitals, and I'm told them, hey, I just graduated recently. I can be a good cardiac sonographer. I mean, there were 3 or 4 people who didn't like it, and they were shaming me. I was like, just fuck you, who gives a shit? But anyways, yeah, go to a hospital nearby, just, radiology, try to meet a cardiac sonographer, vascular sonographer, general sonographer, and just tell them, hey, can I please shadow you? I'm trying to get into school. I would love to see, that. If you are not, as upfront as me, try to go on YouTube and see, how the cardiac scan. I mean, don't learn the scans. Just try to see how, would I be able to do this? Would this be something I like? I mean, I was motivated by money. I don't give a shit if I had to dance on a pole all day long. If someone gave me that much money, I would do it. So, what's your motivation? But in general, if you have to do this, would you like it? Or there are other medical options like I discussed: nuclear medicine, Xray, CT, all of that. As long as you're going to do travel, the money is really good. But if you are doing full time, they might have like $10, $15 per hour less than sonography. I think general pays like $10 or something less than cardiac sonographers in regular full time jobs. Travel, it's all the freaking same. Okay, and I don't think general and general has that much demand in travel. I think vascular and echo are the only ones who have high demand in travel. Especially echo has very high demand in travel, but CT has probably 5 times more than. It's like it's like truck drivers. You know what I'm talking about, right? Truck drivers, I mean, from like last 20, 30 years, they have always been on top of the list. I mean, that's super high demand. That's how CT is. So if you really want to check it out, you can also check CT out as well. So anyways, guys, so that is what I really wanted to say, that that would really solidify your decision. If the demand and money being there is not, doesn't make it crystal clear for you, then at least shadowing will also be a good thing that you can do. Start with YouTube, see a couple of videos, then meet someone in person, and that hopefully that will help. But yeah, that these things will hopefully help you, with your decision making, because it is a commitment. And make sure you do as much research as you can, as much you can look into before making a solid decision. Because once you say yay, couple of years, by couple of years I mean, don't go to school which is more than a year, but yeah, 1 year of school, and then then you'll be in the field. It's a career. So you are putting a couple of years on the line over here. So make sure you take your time, to commit. If there's any place where you're completely lost at, you're not getting enough information from my videos or anything you've read, make sure you contact me. I'll try to help you out in that way, and hopefully it will save a lot of your time. Because whatever you do, make sure your time is not lost. That is the most precious resource. Use it wisely. Okay. All right, guys, thank you so much. See you guys later.